All right, let's dive in. Today we're tackling techno-optimism.
Ooh, interesting.
We're going to be looking specifically at Marc Andreessen's Techno-Optimist Manifesto.
Okay.
He put this out on the Andreessen-Horowitz website back on October 16th, 2023.
Right?
And it's a bold statement, to say the least.
It really is. Yeah, he comes out swinging right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Saying that we're being lied to about technology's impact. And basically flipping the script, arguing that technology isn't the villain, but the hero of the story.
So is he basically saying that all this negativity around technology that we see, that it's misplaced and that technology is the actual driving force behind progress?
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Right.
He's arguing that technology is the only perpetual source of growth.
Wow.
And he uses some pretty compelling examples to back that up.
Like what?
Well, you think about the Green Revolution, right? The technology helped us overcome a global food crisis. Electric lighting totally transformed our lives, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And then there's the internet, which has connected billions of people.
I mean, these are huge, like, undeniable advancements, right?
Absolutely.
But he goes even further.
He does.
Talking about markets and technology working together to create this powerful engine for innovation.
Yeah, he calls it the techno-capital machine.
Okay.
This idea that free markets combined with technology create this powerful force for innovation and wealth creation.
So it's not just like a few tech giants getting rich.
No, it's about making goods and services more affordable and accessible for everyone, right?
Right.
So key point here is productivity growth.
Okay.
As technology increases productivity, it actually drives wages up, not down.
That's so counterintuitive, though. Most people think technology steals jobs and lowers wages.
Yeah, I know, right? But think about it.
Okay.
When technology makes us more productive, we can produce more with less effort, right?
Makes sense.
And that leads to higher output, which ultimately leads to higher wages.
This is like a positive feedback loop.
Exactly.
Technology boosts productivity, leading to higher wages, which then fuels demand for new products and services, driving further innovation.
Precisely.
Wow.
And to keep this engine running, Andreessen emphasizes two crucial ingredients.
What are those?
Intelligence and energy.
That makes sense.
We need brilliant minds to invent these technologies, and we need the energy to power them.
Right. And speaking of intelligence,
the
manifesto talks a lot about the potential of AI.
It does.
It's almost like he sees it as this universal problem solver.
Yes, he believes that AI has the potential to tackle some of humanity's biggest challenges.
Okay.
You know, from developing life-saving cures to addressing climate change.
Right, right. And then when it comes to energy, he makes a pretty bold statement about nuclear power, too.
He does.
He advocates for embracing nuclear power as a clean and efficient source of energy.
Yeah.
Despite the controversy surrounding it.
Right. He acknowledges the concerns, but he argues that we need to be open to all options for a sustainable future.
Okay, now let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
And talk about the future that he envisions in this manifesto.
Right.
He paints a picture of a world where material goods are as cheap and plentiful as pencils.
Wow.
Imagine that. A world of abundance.
That's a big idea.
It is. It's a really big idea.
So how do we even wrap our heads around a world where everything is so readily available?
Yeah, like how is that even possible?
Well, I think to really grasp this concept, it's helpful to understand two economic ideas.
Okay.
Ephemeralization and dematerialization.
Okay, break those down for me.
Essentially, as technology advances, it allows us to do more with less.
Right.
Products become lighter, smaller, and more efficient,
Okay.
requiring fewer resources to produce.
So every time technology leaps forward, we're essentially getting more bang for our buck.
Exactly.
Things become more affordable and accessible to everyone.
Exactly. And this continuous process of dematerialization leads to a future where material scarcity just fades away, paving the way for abundance.
So it's not like, he's painting like a utopia here.
Yeah.
He's acknowledging like the complexities of human nature.
Exact.
But it's not just about material wealth, right? This techno-optimism seems to go deeper than that.
Yeah.
It's about human potential, isn't it?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
It's about expanding human potential and pushing the boundaries of what it means to live a meaningful life.
So imagine a world where technology frees us from mundane tasks and allows us to pursue our passions and dreams.
Right.
A world where we can truly flourish.
That's the vision.
Now, that's a future I can get behind.
Absolutely.
But the manifesto also talks about some obstacles on the road to this future.
It does.
It mentions certain enemies of progress.
Yeah, things like stagnation, statism, bureaucracy, the precautionary principle, and even a nihilistic desire for degrowth.
So he sees these forces as roadblocks to innovation and human potential.
Exactly.
So is he saying we shouldn't let, like, fear and overregulation hold us back from embracing these possibilities?
Exactly. It's about finding that sweet spot between caution and progress. Acknowledging risks, but not letting them paralyze us.
It's about being bold and ambitious.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
And it seems like he's championing specific values, too.
He is.
Like courage, meritocracy, and free thought.
Absolutely. That belief in meritocracy, that willingness to take risks,
Yeah.
and that unwavering commitment to bettering things that make a real difference in the world.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm really curious about this idea of statism as an enemy of progress. Can you unpack that a bit more?
Sure. So in this context, statism refers to an excessive reliance on government control and intervention, often at the expense of individual freedom and initiative.
Gotcha.
So he argues that too much government regulation can stifle innovation and hinder the free flow of ideas and capital, which are essential for technological advancement.
So it's about finding the right balance between government oversight and the freedom to innovate.
Exactly. It's a delicate balance for sure.
Makes sense.
And the manifesto seems to be advocating for a shift towards a more decentralized, market-driven approach to innovation, where individuals and companies have more freedom to experiment and take risks.
Right. But the manifesto also takes aim at the precautionary principle, right?
It does. Yeah, that's another key point. The precautionary principle, as the manifesto describes it, is this philosophy that emphasizes extreme caution and risk aversion when it comes to new technologies. So essentially, it advocates for avoiding any action that could potentially have negative consequences, even if those consequences are uncertain or unlikely.
So the manifesto is arguing that this kind of like excessive caution can actually be harmful?
It can.
Preventing us from reaping the benefits of potentially life-changing technologies.
Precisely.
Gotcha. That's a tough one, you know?
It is.
It's like, how do you weigh those potential benefits against those unknown risks?
It's a classic case of the perfect being the enemy of the good.
Right.
The manifesto argues that while we should, of course, be mindful of potential risks, we shouldn't let fear paralyze us or prevent us from pursuing innovations that could dramatically improve our lives.
This whole discussion about these enemies of progress reminds me of another point he makes about the scientific method.
Oh, yeah.
And the importance of challenging the authority of experts.
It's a fascinating aspect of the manifesto. It argues that true scientific progress depends on a willingness to question established dogma. And to constantly test our assumptions against empirical evidence.
So it's like, don't just blindly trust what the experts are saying.
Exactly. It rejects the notion that experts should be blindly trusted. And instead advocates for a more open and skeptical approach to knowledge.
It's a call for, like, intellectual humility, right?
It is.
Recognizing that even the most brilliant minds can be wrong, and that the pursuit of knowledge is an ongoing process of discovery and revision.
Exactly.
And this ties back to his broader message.
It does.
Of embracing, like, a growth mindset. This belief that our abilities and intelligence are not fixed, but can be continuously developed through effort and learning.
Absolutely.
It's a powerful message, one that resonates deeply in our current age.
It does.
Of rapid technological change.
For sure.
But let's not lose sight of the bigger picture here. This techno-optimism, it isn't just about material progress or technological innovation for its own sake. It's about something much deeper.
It is.
Something more profound.
Yeah, at its core, techno-optimism is about expanding the realm of human possibility. Pushing the boundaries of what we can achieve as individuals and as a species.
So using technology to create a world where everyone has the opportunity to live a fulfilling and meaningful life.
That's the goal.
And that brings us back to, like, the manifesto's ultimate message, right? This call to embrace our role as creators and builders.
Yeah.
To seize the reins of technology and shape it into a force for good in the world.
It's a reminder that technology is not some external force that controls our destiny.
Right.
It's a tool, and like any tool, its impact depends on how we choose to use it.
We can choose to be afraid of it.
We can.
Or we can choose to embrace its potential to solve our biggest problems and create a brighter future for ourselves and generations to come.
It's a powerful message of hope and empowerment.
It is.
One that challenges us to think big
and
to believe in our ability to shape the future we want.
But the manifesto also acknowledges that this is not a journey we can undertake alone.
Right. It calls for a spirit of collaboration and shared purpose. This recognition that we're all in this together.
So it emphasizes the importance of building communities of like-minded individuals who share a passion for innovation and a belief in the power of technology to make a positive difference.
Exactly. It's about creating a culture of techno-optimism. Where we support and encourage each other to push the boundaries of what's possible.
So it's about more than just building cool gadgets or writing clever algorithms, right? It's about building a better world.
It is.
A world where technology serves humanity and helps us all thrive.
Precisely. And it's about recognizing that we all have a role to play in this endeavor, whether we're engineers, entrepreneurs, artists, or simply engaged citizens who believe in the power of human ingenuity.
That's a vision that transcends, like, traditional political divides and unites us around a shared belief in the power of human progress.
Absolutely.
It's a message that resonates with anyone who has ever dared to dream of a better future.
And it's a message that is particularly relevant in our current age, where we face unprecedented challenges, but also have access to more powerful tools than ever before.
So the question is, what will we choose to do with these tools?
That's the question.
Will we succumb to fear and pessimism, or will we embrace the spirit of techno-optimism and use technology to build a world worthy of our highest aspirations?
That's the fundamental choice before us. And the manifesto makes a compelling case for choosing optimism, for believing in our ability to solve problems and create a future where technology empowers us to live richer, more fulfilling lives.
It's a powerful message, one that I think will resonate with anyone.
I agree.
Who is tired of the doom and gloom
and
is ready to embrace a more hopeful vision of the future.
Absolutely. It's a call to action. A challenge to step up and become the architects of our own destiny. To use the power of technology to create a world where human potential can flourish.
I think that's a great place to pause for now. We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
Exploring the core tenets of techno-optimism. As laid out in Marc Andreessen's manifesto.
It's a dense manifesto.
It is, but we've only just scratched the surface.
We have. There's so much more to unpack here.
There is.
And in the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore what all of this means for you, our listener.
All right, sounds good.
We'll delve into the practical implications of techno-optimism and how you can apply these ideas to your own life and work.
I love it. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Welcome back. We're diving even deeper into techno-optimism.
Yeah, it's a future where technology isn't something to fear. But something to embrace, you know, a force for progress and abundance, really.
But let's get down to, like, brass tacks here. What does this all mean for you, our listener? How can you connect with this idea of techno-optimism in a practical way?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, right?
It is. It is. We've been through all these grand ideas.
We have.
But how can we actually apply them to our own lives?
Right. Well, I think the first step is a mental shift. It's about adopting a more optimistic and proactive mindset toward technology.
So instead of getting bogged down by, like, the potential downsides, focus on the incredible opportunities that technology presents.
Exactly. It's about choosing to be excited about the future rather than scared of it, right?
I like that.
It's about recognizing that technology is a tool that we can use to shape our own destiny.
So it's about taking ownership of our technological future.
Yes.
Rather than passively letting it happen to us.
Precisely. And that means actively seeking out ways to use technology to improve your life, your work, and your community.
Being curious, experimenting, embracing a lifelong learning mindset.
Exactly.
But how can we do that? Where do we even start?
Right.
The world of technology is Vast.
It is.
And constantly changing.
It is. But the beauty is that there are endless opportunities to get involved.
Okay.
No matter your background or interests.
Okay.
For example, you could start by exploring new technologies that pique your curiosity.
Like what? Give me an example.
Well, maybe delve into the world of AI.
Okay.
Try out a new productivity app. Or even just learn the basics of coding.
Those are great ideas. And, the manifesto also talks about the importance of building things, right?
It does, absolutely.
Like he really emphasizes the value of creation and innovation.
He does.
So why not channel your inner entrepreneur and try building something yourself?
Exactly.
It could be a simple website, a mobile app, or even just a new way of doing things in your workplace.
It's about using technology to solve real-world problems.
Right.
And make a tangible difference.
And it doesn't have to be some groundbreaking invention to be meaningful.
Right. Even small innovations can have a ripple effect.
That's a good point.
The key is to start somewhere.
Okay.
To take that first step.
Yeah.
And embrace the journey.
I like that. And don't forget the importance of community.
Yes.
Right.
Surround yourself with like-minded people who share your passion for technology and innovation.
So collaboration and shared purpose are key.
They are key.
It's about building a network of people who can support and inspire you along the way.
Exactly. Join online communities, attend industry events, or even start a local meetup group.
Those are all good ideas.
Connecting with others who share your enthusiasm can be incredibly motivating and enriching.
It's about fostering a culture of techno-optimism, right?
Yes.
Where we can learn from each other, share ideas, and collectively push the boundaries of what's possible.
It's a collective effort.
And remember, techno-optimism is about more than just building cool gadgets or writing clever algorithms.
Right. It's about using technology to improve the human condition.
Yeah.
It's about creating a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive.
So how do we ensure that technological progress benefits everyone?
Right.
Not just a select few.
That's the question.
How do we address the concerns about inequality and job displacement that often come up in discussions about technology?
Those are crucial questions.
They are.
And there's no easy answer.
Right.
But I think the first step is to acknowledge that technology is not a neutral force.
Okay.
It can be used to amplify existing inequalities,
Yeah.
or it can be harnessed to create a more just and equitable world.
So it comes down to the choices we make.
Oops.
The way we design, develop, and deploy technology will ultimately determine its impact on society.
Precisely.
And that's why it's so important to have these conversations, to engage in thoughtful debates about the ethical implications of technology.
Absolutely.
And to advocate for policies that promote inclusivity and opportunity.
We need to make sure that technological progress is aligned with our values.
Yes.
That it's used to create a world that benefits all of humanity.
That's what true techno-optimism is all about.
It is. Absolutely.
So where do we go from here?
Right.
What's the next step in our journey into techno-optimism?
Well, I think it's time to take this conversation to a deeper level.
Okay, how do we do that?
Let's explore some of the specific ways that technology is being used to address real-world challenges and create positive change.
Let's talk about the areas where techno-optimism is already making a difference.
Yeah.
From healthcare to education to environmental sustainability.
Absolutely. And let's also delve into some of the potential pitfalls and challenges that we need to be mindful of as we navigate this technological landscape.
So it's about balancing our enthusiasm for technology with a healthy dose of critical thinking.
We need to be aware of the potential downsides while remaining hopeful and optimistic about the possibilities.
Okay, let's dive in. I'm ready to explore the frontiers of techno-optimism.
We need to.
And see how we can all play a role in shaping a brighter future.
This is where it gets really exciting.
Okay, so we've journeyed through Marc Andreessen's vision of techno-optimism, unpacking his Techno-Optimist Manifesto.
It's been quite a ride.
It has been, and we've covered a lot.
We have.
From his bold claims about technology's role in driving progress to his call for embracing a more optimistic and proactive mindset.
Right.
But before we wrap up this deep dive, let's bring it all home for you, our listener.
That's right. We've talked about these big ideas, the potential for abundance, the importance of innovation, and the need to navigate the challenges thoughtfully.
So, what does this all mean for you in your everyday life?
Right. How can we as individuals connect with this idea of techno-optimism and actually put it into practice?
Exactly, because we can talk about all this theory,
Yeah.
but what does it look like in action?
Well, I think one of the most powerful takeaways from the manifesto is
Right?
this idea of agency.
Okay.
It's recognizing that we're not just passive consumers of technology.
Yeah.
We're active participants in shaping its development
Okay.
and its impact on our lives.
So instead of feeling overwhelmed or even threatened by technology, we can choose to see it as a tool,
Yeah.
a powerful force that we can harness
Right.
to create positive change.
Precisely. And that starts with a shift in mindset.
Okay.
Instead of focusing on the potential risks or downsides of technology,
Mm-hmm.
try to approach it with a sense of curiosity and optimism.
Okay.
Ask yourself, how can I use this technology to improve my life, my work, my community,
Yeah.
or even the world?
It's about embracing that can-do spirit,
Yes.
that belief that we can solve problems and make things better through ingenuity and innovation.
Exactly. And remember, innovation doesn't have to mean inventing some groundbreaking new technology.
Okay.
It can be as simple as finding a creative way to use existing technology
Yeah.
to make a difference.
So let's say I'm really feeling inspired by this idea of techno-optimism.
Okay.
Where do I even begin? What are some concrete steps I can take
Yeah.
to put these ideas into action?
Well, there are countless ways to get involved.
Okay.
Depending on your interests and skills.
Sure.
You could start by learning more about emerging technologies that pique your curiosity.
Okay.
Maybe delve into the world of artificial intelligence, explore the potential of blockchain,
Yeah.
or even just learn the basics of coding.
There are so many free online resources available these days,
There are.
making it easier than ever to pick up new skills
Right.
and expand your knowledge base.
Absolutely.
And if you're feeling more ambitious,
Okay.
why not try your hand at building something?
Yeah, put those skills to use.
It could be as simple as creating a website or a mobile app, or even just coming up with a new way of doing things in your workplace.
It's about finding something that you're passionate about.
Right.
And then explore how technology can be used to make a difference in that area.
And don't underestimate the power of community.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Connect with other people who share your enthusiasm
Yes.
for technology and innovation.
Join online forums, attend industry events, or even start a local meetup group.
Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals can provide a tremendous amount of support,
It can.
inspiration,
For sure.
and even accountability.
It's about fostering that culture of techno-optimism, where people feel empowered to experiment, to learn, to collaborate on projects that have the potential to make a real impact.
And remember, techno-optimism is not about blindly embracing every new technology that comes along.
Right. It's about engaging in thoughtful and critical discussions about the potential benefits and risks of technology.
Yeah.
Advocating for responsible innovation that aligns with our values.
So it's about ensuring that technological progress benefits everyone.
Yes.
Not just a select few.
It's about using technology to create a more just, equitable, and sustainable world.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into techno-optimism, I want to leave you, our listener, with one final thought.
All right.
The future is not predetermined.
Okay.
It's a canvas waiting to be painted by our choices and actions.
I like that.
And technology is one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal.
It is.
So what will you create?
Yeah, what will you create?
How will you use technology to make a difference in the world?
The possibilities are truly endless.
They are.
So go out there, explore, experiment,
Yeah.
and embrace the spirit of techno-optimism.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into techno-optimism.
It's been a pleasure.
And we hope you'll continue to explore these ideas with us in future episodes.
Until next time.